There's something about this place that's probably been used by ancient people that have known it. There are places like this that people know that there is a lot of wildlife coming through here, like elk, deer, and mountain sheep and antelope. And so they come here to hunt these animals. It's probably free from human habitat and not polluted by people. There's a mysterious force that's flowing through here. That's hardest thing to explain what my people were aware of, the things that they did. They nurtured nature, what was good for nature, and they expanded on it. They would find trees that would grow very well in certain areas, so they revered these trees and the plants that are growing, and certain minerals that grow, and they did not take more than they needed. So it's always all these things have always been here. The Native Americans, the ancient people knew about these things. Throughout the years, people have been looking for paradise, but it was here in North America when Europeans discovered it, but they didn't realize it was a paradise. They looked at it as a wilderness. Our people lived off the land. They knew exactly how to use the land, and they did not destroy it, and they did not pollute it. And so another thing is that they realized that there was energy flowing from everything, from the ground, from the topsoil, to the plants that grow on it, the grass, the different types of flowers, the trees, and even the air, the wind that blows through here. There's a mysterious force about it. And they knew there was an energy on the land and in the universe, so they sought this energy. But when they received this energy, they became a part of where the energy came from, and that's our faith, our religion, and it's so hard to explain. You have to be a part of it. You have to experience it in order to understand it. The natives tried to explain it to the Europeans, but they couldn't understand it. This energy, they knew that it had to come from one source. So my people, the Apsaloke, called it Agbahirisha, meaning the ultimate source of energy. And so they would seek this energy by going to desolate places, high places, and go without food and water, and cry for help from a possible source of energy, which could come from anything: rocks, plants, fossils, trees, the storms, lightning, thunder, and even the moon and the sun. So when they found this energy, they became a part of it, and they understood it perfectly. And they understood nature when they became a part of it. They understood how the plants grew, and the trees, and then the rocks that are all over the land. They used this to be a part of nature, not to use it so that it would dissipate. It's very fragile, and this energy is very fragile on Earth. And so people who came did not realize what they were doing. They walked everywhere without thinking about the force, the nature, and it's slowly disappearing. And it's polluting. Everything is polluted now. For instance, the box elder used to grow everywhere, which my people use for the sap and for healing purposes. And now it's hard to find box elder trees. The things that are growing on the ground, and the berries, they're hardly around anymore. And we used these plants. When we ate them, we were healthy. We were strong, and we could endure everything in nature. Everything that is in nature, and when it dissipated, we don't use it anymore. That's why our people were kind of lost. We don't eat these things anymore, and there's a lot of sickness with my people. And before that, they were healthy, robust, and there were hardly any sicknesses. This was paradise before it was lost. And I see some buffalo grass here, and they used to be plentiful around where we live, but it's now not growing. We call it pupua in our language, and it used to grow all over, especially along the Popoashi River, but we used to call it pupua, pupuasha. We did not abuse the land. We lived in it so that it would not be harmed in any way. And this energy is also gone, and people did not seek it during the reservation period, but now they understand that something is wrong, and they're trying to find this energy again. And it's there, but now it's harder to find, and it's very fragile. When people walk on certain places without seeing the beauty and the forest in nature, then that energy does not work. And I think that's what's happening. The energy is slowly not working. And I'm trying to teach the people to see the energy that is flowing all over the land, so that maybe it'll come back. I'm hopeful that it'll come back. And I try to explain this faith in nature, this energy, and the ultimate source of energy, where all the energy comes from, that controls everything. There is a mysterious forest in this area all over, and I'm sure that my people came here to seek this force, this energy.